Hello, beautiful people. I'm here with today's Thursday word. Today's Thursday word is on Jeremiah 29, and I'm going to be focusing on verses 10 through 14 verses. So I just want to give a little quick summary of this chapter. So, God's people who were in Jerusalem, they were taken captive from King Nebuchadnezzar from the Babylonians, and they were taken captive because they were listening to false prophets and sinning, living in sin. So the reason that they were taken captive because of their own their own sin. But while they were in this place, while they're in exile and in this place, taken captive, um, God did not want them to just sit and wallow and just like not do anything. So this is a reminder to us that no matter what circumstances we are in, whether we have caused them or not, that we are not supposed to just sit and wallow in our mess. That we are supposed to still be fruitful, still multiply, still do the things that God has called us to do. He still wants us to be kingdom builders. So yes, God still wants us to be kingdom builders. He still wants us to do what He has called us to do, even though we may be in a place that we don't want to be, even if we put ourselves there. So I'm gonna read verse 10 through 14. For this is what the Lord says: When 70 years from Babylon are complete, I will attend to you and will confirm my promise concerning you to restore you to this place. For I know the plans I have for you. This is the Lord's declaration: plans for your well being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. You will call to me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. I will be found by you. This is the Lord's declaration. And I will restore your fortunes and gather you from the nations and places where I banish you. This is the Lord's declaration. I will restore you to the place from which I deported you. So God promised to restore um, his people back to Jerusalem after 70 years. And see, when Jeremiah wrote this letter, he was writing to them. You had prophets telling them that they were going to be in captivity. It was going to be quick, but no, God came back and said, no, don't listen to them. He had Jeremiah write he prophesied, write the letter. Don't get listen to them. No, you need to get comfortable where you're at. You need to get married. You need to have children. You need to plant gardens, and you need to pray for the place that you're in to thrive, because when it thrives, you're going to thrive. So they had to stay in this captivity for 70 years, but God came back with a promise, and after those 70 years, He was going to restore them. Because all in all, even though they were in this situation and they had put themselves in this situation, God used the Babylonians to take them captive to punish them for their sin. God still knows the plans that He has for them. So even when we are in situations that we've put ourselves in, God still knows He will use those situations for our good. So even in this, while they were in exile, God was using that place for their good. So He was saying like, uh, do still live like you're supposed to in a place that you don't even want to be at. That in a place that where people don't believe what you believe in, you live like you're supposed to. You be the example. And in 70 years, I'm going to come back and I'm going to restore you. I'm going to take you back to that place where you should be. So um, prayerfully, we don't have to wait 70 years when we're in situations, but hopefully we can be fruitful and do what God is calling us to do, even when we are in different circumstances. So I know we've mainly focused on Jeremiah 29 and 11, but once you read this whole chapter, you really understand that um, these people were in a place that they did not want to be. They were in captivity, but they were in captivity from their sins. They were in captivity because they had did wrong, and even though they were in that place, God still had a plan for them. So no matter what place you are in today, no matter what you are are going through, no matter what you have done, no matter what has been done to you, just do what God is telling you to do. Do what God has purposed you to do, because God has a plan and a purpose for you. Seek God, because that's the main thing. This week we have been, the word was seek, and God was giving me Jeremiah 29. What verse is this? He was giving me Jeremiah 29:13, and then I just felt led to just read the whole chapter to really understand what it was all about, to really understand, to know, understand the whole context. And so he was really placing on my heart, you will seek, when you will seek me and find me. I just kept hearing that, and so I know that was in Jeremiah 29. And so um, when we seek him, we will find him, and we need to seek him, and we need to seek him for everything that we have asked him for last week, and we need to seek him to continue bettering our relationship with him, and we need to seek him for the plans and the purpose that he has for our lives. So I pray that this word has blessed you. I pray that you are enlightened on uh this whole chapter and what was going on, when what was going on around Jeremiah 29:11, and so we could fully understand it, that this wasn't they that God's people weren't in the blessed situation, but God still had a plan for them. God still wanted them to be kingdom minded in a place where people, in a place that didn't believe in their God. So I pray that you are blessed. I pray that you are encouraged, and I pray that you have a blessed and a prosperous night and a happy Friday tomorrow. Bye bye.